Welcome back to another edition of Celebrity Scene News right here for OCN Network for Messages with Pete Allman. My special guest today is a gentleman who's fed over 2 million children in need. Not only that, he's world famous as an executive chef. He has a new book out. It's called The Power of Pasta. And we're welcoming Mr. Executive Chef and the owner of the White House in Anaheim, Bruno Serato. And it's wonderful having you here. It's wonderful for me to be here with you.
Thank you. Buongiorno tutti quanti. Here we are at my restaurant, which is an amazing building, built in 1909. But it's also all new because 16 months ago it went on fire and I lost everything. And we just reopened 6 weeks ago. And everything you will see is completely new, and very excited. People love it more than before. Very happy to be here with all of you tonight.
What really amazes me about you, Chef Bruno, is the fact that you opened your heart. Your mother, Katrina, saw some children here in Anaheim, and those children were children in need, and there's over 1,000 families that are in need that are staying in motels, I should say, and you decided to feed them all, which really amounted to over 2 million meals served, and that's why you're a CNN hero.
Yes, it all started April 18, 2005. This is when we were mainly aware there was a kid eating potato chips. That was his only dinner. And when I translated that to mom, there could be a motel kids. Mom said, feed him some pasta. Now, after 13 years, we are 4,000 kids a day, 5 days a week. And like you say, we already fed over 2 million kids so far. We're also in 68 locations in 22 cities in Orange County. And we have a sister project who went also in Texas, Chicago, New York, Africa, Mexico, and Italy. That means it spread the virus of the good around the world.
When you open your heart and you do something good, it comes back to you, and Chef Bruno certainly knows about that, but he always knew how to overcome obstacles, and that's a very important topic, overcoming obstacles in one's life. And many people say they overcome it through family values, other people overcome it through their relationship with God. How do you overcome your obstacles?
Well, one thing, then my father always say never give up, which is a strong, good lesson. But also the love of my mom, which she give a love in the family. When you have a love, everything is easier. But I'm a bigger believer in the day of the fire, where everything was destroyed, everything was gone. The only things I find beside my award of CNN Hero was a cross. And this is the cross, and it was probably 1 million of ashes in there. And this cross was given to me by Pope Francis. And to find out the day of the fire, I knew then good and hope and God is there, and I have to keep going. And here I am.
We often talk to our audiences about the fact that will there ever be peace in the world? There's been 2,000 years of unrest in our society, in the world. But peace comes from within, and for me, it's God. It's my relationship with God. But there are many things people can do to achieve peace, whether it's working out, whether it happens to be meditation, yoga, or going on nature walks. In your business, it's a very stressful business, the restaurant business. You're known as one of the finest restaurants in the United States. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. How do you obtain that peace within yourself, Bruno?
Well, every day is a different day. But when you respect people, you get respect from others. This is really a big part of peace. And when you go home at night time and you have a strong problem or problem to be resolved, I think when you pray to God, you get an answer the next day. He's very busy man this day of age. I mean, you have to be patient and keep going. But I believe the faith is a big part of keep yourself with peace in mind and everything else.
With us today, it's a very special day because my friend, his wife, is having her birthday. So not only is she a concert violinist, and we're talking about Yin Chang. She will not be on camera. She's shy. But Tom is on camera, and Tom is right next to...
I'm not shy.
Yeah, come on over here, Tom. We're going to show some of the restaurant to you as we talk, and that'll be done in the editing process. But I want you to see what a very unique place the White House in Anaheim is. What were your thoughts before you came here of this particular restaurant with Chef Bruno Serato?
Well, when you told me we were coming here, I was very excited, and Yin was even more excited because I had heard about it. I've never been here before because, well, we live in Marina del Rey. We're 50 miles away, and I know it's close to Disneyland, and I have heard about this place. I've heard about the White House for forever. It's a world famous restaurant, and then I remember not too long ago that it burned down at a huge fire here, and I remember reading about all of the frescoes and the mosaics and the paintings, and that this restaurant is on the National Registry of Historic Places. And so I thought, well, gee, how could they get this place back together when the fire was only like 16, 17 months ago? And you just told me it was just reopened like 5-6 weeks ago.
Yeah, 6 weeks ago.
So we were very excited about coming here, and very excited about meeting you, Bruno, and we're very happy to be here, and the place looks absolutely fantastic. This restaurant it's worth it just to come here to see the paintings, and Bruno meets you right at the door. He shakes hands with everybody, and I've heard the food here is fabulous, and I guess we're going to have some. So we're very, very excited about being here.
Before we leave and I talk a little bit about what the restaurant has to offer, because it's quite unique, would you say this is the most unique restaurant you've ever been to, and you've traveled all over the world?
I have been all over the world. This is certainly one of the most unique restaurants. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this in LA. Nothing like this at all. It's exquisite. It's just a beautiful place to come and relax and enjoy a nice meal. And at night, I understand your maitre d' told us that there's a lot of lights go on, and it's just going to look magical here at night. So when you come, you want to come at dusk, and then spend the dusk as it goes into evening, and you'll see all the lights. And I'm looking forward to that.
And so, as Tom said, there's a lot of unique concepts in this particular restaurant. How did you come up with the term White House, and how did you develop the concept with the art of Michelangelo, if you will?
Well, the name White House was before I owned it, over 32 years ago. The gentleman who bought the restaurant tried to make a White House like Washington, D.C. White House. When I take over, I keep the name, but I start to change a little at the time to more Italian style, because I'm from Verona, north of Italy. From the days I went to school to the surrounding around myself, my life has always been Italian, and art is part of Italy. I mean, after we went, I've done decoration before, but this year after the fire, I decided to really concentrate on art of Italy. And when you come for dinner here, not only just stunning and beautiful, but each room has a different piece of art. You have some Michelangelo and different artists, a fresco on the wall. Then you eat almost in a museum. You don't need to fly to Europe to go to a museum. Just come to Anaheim and drive in for a minute, and you will see what I'm talking about. A lot of people are surprised how magnificent each room look, and that pleased me because it represents my country.
Well, I certainly have to compliment you not only on the atmosphere and the innovative technology that you put here today, but also the fact that your pasta, the power of pasta, even Olympic runners have pasta before they run a race. They need that energy. But a lot of people will say, pasta? I got to lose weight. Pasta is going to make me gain weight. But you have a different approach on how pasta is very good for your health. Talk a little bit about that. And as I understand it, these recipes come from your mother, Katrina.
A lot of the recipes from Mama Caterina. Why call Power of Pasta? Power of Pasta is an amazing dish for the kids. Kids run all day long. You don't stop a kid to run. They need the carb to get the energy. When they say pasta is fat, if you go to Italy, everybody eats pasta every day. I very rarely see fat people. I mean, get the concept right. On the children, that we feed 4,000 kids a day. 2 times a day we have a bolognese sauce, which is the meat. That means they have the carb, you have the protein. But inside of the tomato sauce, we also have the vegetable, which you have the fiber. I mean, if you put protein, you put the fiber, you put the carb together, no way you're going to get fat. And I keep saying, like, if we don't eat pasta in Italy, we eat pizza. I mean, don't tell me then pasta make you fat. And if you look at me, I don't think, maybe I have a little bit of stomach sometime, but I'm not overweight. I eat pasta all the time. And the beauty about this book, which is called Power of Pasta, 100% of the sales go back to the charity, to the children. And that it's available on Amazon.com or Barnes Noble. I mean, if people like to read the story, it's also talk not only about my bio, about the children, but it also talk about the pasta that don't make you fat. I mean, get this one on Amazon or Barnes Noble. You will see a lot of question and answer for you, then you will read it. Recipes, some mine, some of my chef in the kitchen, and obviously Mama's recipe.
So before we leave on this particular broadcast, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we are really enjoying ourselves now here in Anaheim. And we are in a country where basically it's pretty peaceful, as opposed to other parts of the world. And from your point of view, how can we achieve peace from your point of view?
I mentioned something on my book, which I asked the leader of my religion, which is Pope Francis, to get every religious around the world on a round table eating pasta all together, and we will achieve peace. That is my way to do so. Power of pasta.
I love that idea.
Well, there you have it. Eat pasta. It's healthy for you. You won't get fat. But don't forget to exercise because our bodies need to exercise, right?
Obviously. I mean, if you just walk even 400 feet instead to watch TV all day long, you'll be better off.
Chef Bruno told you, you see? So keep your visions positive. Keep positive people around you. And be sure to come to Anaheim for the White House in Anaheim. You will remember this for a lifetime. Right here for Celebrity Scene News, I'm Pete Allman and
Bruno Serato. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Ciao bella.